All right, so I ran the same 50 business tasks, if not more, probably more, through Claude and ChatGPT. So this includes, just to name a few of them, writing emails, analyzing my data, creating some content, and some coding automation. And one AI, in my opinion, won by a complete landslide. And it's probably not the one you think, but maybe it is. Which one do you think it is? Alright, so I don't have much time today, so we're going to get right into it. And the first one we're going to test, we're going to go ChatGPT versus Claude. And we're going to write up a follow-up email to a cold lead. And I have it in this Google Doc over here. I have it pre-done ahead of time. So this is the prompt right here. And I will put the link in the description if you guys want the prompt to test it out for yourself. Alright, so we're going to put it right here into ChatGPT. And then we're going to both go into Claude as well. And I'm going to add it here as well. And by now, ChatGPT probably came back with it. Let's go check. Yep, okay, here it is. Alright, so you guys tell me which one you think is better. Alright? The same exact prompt right here. I'll show you. See it all? Here's the role. You're a professional, ethical sales follow-up assistant for a service-based business. And you're going to write a concise follow-up email to a cold lead who has not replied after the initial outreach. And this email is going to be for a demo purpose, right? Or training purposes, if this is what you want to use for your company. All right, so, and we're going to go over here to Claude right here. Same thing, right? Here you go. You can see it right there. I'm not going to read it again. You guys know. So there it is. Now we're going to go over both of them together right here. All right, so first, hi Evan. Just following up in case my note from March 18th got buried. I work with residential, HVAC, and maintenance companies like North Peak Home Services to help them respond faster to the missed calls and follow up automatically. So fewer jobs slip through the cracks. I know things get busy, so no rush at all. Would it be useful to see how this could work in your current setup? Now, if this makes sense, I'd be happy to share a quick overview or leave it there. Totally up to you. Best, John. Now, that wasn't too bad, right? Let's go over to Claude. All right, so Claude says, hi, Evan. I reached out last week about helping North Peak Home Services capture more leads through automated text back when you miss a call. And I wanted to circle back in case it got buried. I know HVAC season keeps you busy, so I'll keep this short. A lot of service companies lose jobs simply because they can't answer every single call. And this automation handles that gap so you don't have to. Is faster lead response something you've been thinking about, or has your current system worked well enough? Either way, happy to share a quick example of how it works if you're curious. No pressure at all, John. Now, in my opinion, that seems a little bit more warm and human. No AI best or warm regards or, unlocking your potential, any of that stuff. And I probably wouldn't send this exact email. I'd still probably edit it a little bit more to make it a little more personalized, but still. I still say Claude's the winner here. It's more natural and it's less robotic, right? Let's go look at ChatGPT's, which, like I said, is still not bad, right? But, like I said, the best, John, I guess, it's not terrible, right? And this right here, whenever I see those double dashes, to me, it screams AI. When do you really ever type that? Unless you're like an English major or something. I never do it. If anything, I'll use a couple of dots, something like that. But really, I say Claude's the winner here. But you guys tell me, which one do you think sounds best to you? Let me know down in the comments. All right, so now onto the second test. We're going to go to data analysis, right? So I have another sample set of data, and we're going to put them into a new conversation so it doesn't get messed up here with prior context. Same thing with Claude as well. We want them to act their best, right? Or have the best output. So we're going to go and we're going to do a new conversation right here. And same thing with Claude. We're going to go new chat. Alright, so now, and notice I also have them in the best models right now, Opus 4.5, and ChatGPT is currently at 5.2, right? Yeah. And AutoThink, same thing. Okay. So now we're going to go back over to Google Docs, and I have another prompt for the customer trend analysis prompt, right? And I have all the data underneath it as well. So we're going to actually take this data. Yeah, actually, there we go. And spreadsheet is below. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take both of the same prompts right here and the same data, and we're going to put it into Claude, paste it right there, and then we're going to go and paste it into ChatGPT. And we're going to hit enter on GPT and enter on Claude. Alright, so I'll let Claude do its thing over here. And while that's finishing up, GPT is probably ahead of it a little bit. Okay, it's around the same. I mean, we did have Claude start a little bit after, so it's probably going to be shortly behind. But the speed is comparable. They're pretty good. This is a bit too much data for me, so we're going to have it summarize it, so I'm sure you guys don't want to listen to all of that, because I sure wouldn't. Basically, all I'm showing is how much better. I'd say GPT is a little better here when it comes to numbers. Claude can sometimes mix it up a little bit. But alright, we're going to summarize this a little. Okay. Summarize this. And we're going to do the same thing for Claude. Actually, we'll just copy and paste it right in. That way it's the same exact thing right here. Alright. See, already I like Claude's better for the length, but I think that the data, like I said with numbers, GPT does take the cake here a little bit. I don't know. Maybe not, actually. I was thinking ChatGPT usually does better with data, but now I'm looking over here. Opus, yeah, I think it's a little bit better how they have it set up. But we'll go over Opus first and Claude because it looks like it's way more organized and set up. So here's the numbers that matters. The referral channels, 4 leads, 4 close, 100% rate. Website form, 4.3, 75. LinkedIn, 5 and 2 at 40%. Cold email, 12 leads and 2 close at 17%. Alright, so the best region is obviously where I'm located, 100%. So fastest close is website forms, yeah, alright. Biggest leaks, cold email goes, okay. And here's a good stat. See, I do like that a little better. You know, ChatGPT was doing better before with it, but now I think, yeah, I think Claude takes the cake on this, but you let me know. I mean, the numbers are here. It pretty much has the same data here, though. Referrals website, fast response 0 to 2 days. And yeah, I still say Claude's the winner here. Alright, so now we're going to go and we're going to do another new chat. And we're going to have it, let's see, we'll have it write we'll do a content creation here. We'll have it write a blog post. So we're going to do, I could ask for a different type of content idea, but I think blog posts will be a better showcasing of which one's going to beat each other out here. Alright, so we're going to go and we'll start a new chat. So they both have fresh context. Alright, so now we're going to write a blog post about contractor lead follow up. Oops, typo over here. Summarize. We'll do it summarized so it's not super long. And we'll do the same thing over here for ChatGPT. Alright, so Let's check over here at Claude. Well, ChatGPT's working. This time I did Claude first. So, oh well, I think GPT has the speed here. For sure, because we even started Claude first, and it's still spitting out a bit faster. Yeah, alright. So we'll just read the quick intro, because that's what matters the most. So, alright, why most contractors lose jobs before they even show up. Every missed call is money walking out the door. And here's the reality. Most contractors, they don't want to face this, right? Homeowner who called about a roof repair isn't waiting around. They're already dialing the next guy on Google. By the time you check your voicemail at lunch, they've booked with your competitor. The data backs this up. Leads contacted within 5 minutes are 20 times more likely to convert than those contacted after 30 minutes, yet the average contractor response time is somewhere between eventually and never. And it actually has a little bit of humor there because contractors are so busy. It makes a lot of sense. Alright, so over here we're going to do the same thing. Why contractor lead follow-up and where the real money is made. The titles. See, I actually like Claude's title better. It grabs me a little more, and it attacks my loss aversion, which makes me want to see why I'm losing, and it also makes you trust a little more. Alright, so GPT says, why contractor lead follow-up is where the real money is made, like I said. Alright, so most contractors don't lose jobs because they do bad work. They lose jobs because they don't follow up fast or consistent enough. Alright, but it does make up for it in the first 2 lines. So in today's market, speed and persistence matter just as much as price. And here's the hard truth about the leads. When a homeowner requests an estimate, they're usually contacting multiple contractors. The one who responds first and follows up professionally wins more often than not. Alright, so that's really not bad either. I'd give it to ChatGPT here, I guess. Besides the... Yeah, I'd say GPT's a little better on this because it has some bullet points a little bit. It's not just a one big paragraph. So I'd say GPT is the winner on this one. A little bit better at spacing things out. But what do you think? Like I said, let me know if you think Claude did better here. Pause the video and read it all if you want. Alright, so the 4th test, which is my most important test, is code automation, right? Because this is one of my favorite things to do, is automate code work. So I'd say Claude blows almost anything on the market out of the water at this point. There are a couple things that rival it that's pretty close, but for overall output and how everything looks and how it works, I'd say Claude is a total winner here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a prompt again. We're going to start one more new conversation, and this isn't the typical arena where I would test them. Typically I would use Claude Code and Codex. Those two are where I would really battle them out to get the true winner, and I can do that in a next video, but for right now I'm just battling these two out. So I'll do that in the next video, but for now we're going to go with a simple prompt for GPT and a simple one for Claude. So we're going to do another new chat for both of them right here. Alright, so now we're just going to do a, let's see, we're going to, alright, we'll do, let's say write a, maybe we'll do Zapier. We'll do N8N or Zapier. Maybe we'll do both. Alright, write a Zapier and N8N webhook to add contacts to Google Sheets. Alright, so we're going to put the same tiny prompt in here into ChatGPT. And alright, let's check this out and see. I do like how, oh yeah, look at that, and look how fast it is. It really does excel in code. It's been very well worked, and look at it, it's just spitting it out so fast. And see, yeah, GPT didn't do nearly as good of a job here as it looks like, but it's not terrible still. I'd say Claude. Look, and it's still going. So we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop Claude because this obviously blows GPT out of the water. So there's the N8N1 webhook, and it's probably it's probably I can't even tell you how great it's gonna be. And, you know, I'll do it in a new video. I'll actually integrate it because it's going to take too long to do it here right now. I'll do what this Claude did. I'll go back and I'll see how great it actually did. All right. And I think test number 5 was going to do a speed test. However, I think ChatGPT is definitely the winner for speed. It does rifle through some things. But ultimately, I think scorecard would have to be Claude, probably 3-2, and I'd say Claude does a little bit better in most stuff, right? So, but my true opinion, I think they're both great at different tasks, right? So I think for Claude, you should use your code, data, and strategy perhaps, and GPT should do your writing and content, and even maybe switch them around. But honestly, they're both really good AIs, but I think ultimately Claude is my favorite for sure, especially for coding and other amazing, great things that you can do with it. But like I said, I want to know what you guys think. So comment down below which AI, which you've been using, and for what. Or maybe you don't use either of these and you think that they both suck. There are some amazing open source models too. I'm getting into some local models as well. So tell me what you guys think. What's your favorite local model? What's your favorite AI that you got going on right now? And check out this video over here next if you want to see some more awesome stuff.